Woman, you're just marrying her body, you are marrying her culture. What is her culture? You are marrying her family background. Single men, I hope you are writing. You are marrying her family background. Thirdly, you are marrying her mind. Hey, I don't know how people like women that don't read books. She's all about the looks. She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't read books. And you like her. You are marrying her mind. Her body won't raise your kids. Oh, I don't know if somebody's getting what I'm saying. As a man, you're a nation. No? That I'm explaining to you. Do you know Israel is somebody's name? Oh, I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. Israel is somebody's name. When God works with you, he's working with a nation. Because God is a generational God. You know he doesn't die. He doesn't expire. So when he's looking at you, he's not just looking at you. He's going to deal with your kids and your grandkids. That's why they call him the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's never a present, just a physical now God. He's a generational God. You are a nation. So he told Abraham, live where you are to a land I'll show you. He said, through you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. Generations. Israel is somebody's name. Today it's a physical nation. All of us might not have a physical nation to our name, but you are still a nation. You will still give birth to a business that will be transgenerational, a career that will be transgenerational, a legacy that will be transgenerational. I pray for you that they will remember you for something good. Amen. Your children will pray like the children of Israel, that the God of my fathers, because of how much you would have worked with God. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? Because of you, God should honor your children and honor your children's children. There are some people on this earth, the results they are getting is not based on the work they've put in, but God is honoring their parents. It's like pension. It's like not pension. It's like dividends. When you buy shares in a business and you die, it doesn't mean your shares have gone. They will pass it to the next of kin. So why do you think when people have shares in God and they die, you think God stopped keeping his covenant? No, he said I keep my covenant to the third and fourth generation. What it means is that I keep my covenant continuously. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? You are a nation. Don't think when you leave the earth that you have left everything. No. Life should go on at a certain level because you came. Is somebody catching what I'm saying? You are a nation. You are a nation. You are a nation. Hallelujah. So her body won't raise your kids, her mind. Don't marry those girls that all they do is picture. They do picture, but they avoid the lecture and they avoid the scripture, but they take picture. Are you getting what I'm saying? They are about the looks, but they hate books. Are you getting what I'm saying? Watch out for that. Her mind is a mind that will raise your kids. Next one, when you marry a woman, you don't only marry her mind, you also marry her spirit. That will be a great resource for you. Her own spirit and spiritual life becomes a resource for your family. You also marry her trauma. Everybody has trauma. So you have to know the size of the one you are carrying. Everybody has, but you have to just know that this is within the power I have. Based on your calling, there are some you should not carry. If you have a big calling, you can't carry a big trauma, because the trauma will compete with your calling. Is somebody get what I'm saying? If your calling is big, you can't imagine me now, the way I'm busy now. Then my wife is and she's calling me now as I'm here. Where are you? I can't. I'm too busy. There are some people that can handle that. Are you getting what I'm saying, sir? We all have trauma. And trauma goes from small things to very big things. One of my clients, I was talking to him. He said he hates eating bone. I said, He said he hates eating bone. I said, why? He said because when he was growing up, they were poor and they ate so many bone. That now that he's well to do, he hates bone. So there are things from your past informing your decisions today. That's what I'm trying to say. He hates bone. Bone reminds him of what he's running from. When you marry her trauma. So before you fall in love with your eyes, you need to be asking, what trauma does she have? Can I cope? What's her mind? What's her spirit? Next one. When you marry a woman, you marry her past, present, and future. You marry her past, her present, and future. I All these I'm mentioning, these things have gist, but I'm just trying to, because this is not even the message, just side gist. When you marry a woman, you marry her self-image, what she thinks of herself. When you marry a woman, you marry her fantasies and her fetishes. All these things have gist, but I'm just running through them. When you marry a woman, you marry her fears and her hopes. When you marry a woman, you marry her weaknesses. How many of you saw one guy on Instagram or so that videoed his wife? Their house was very dirty. I think he went to work. The house was very dirty, so he videoed how dirty the house was and videoed his wife and was complaining that you've been home all day, why don't you clean it out? And he posted it online. How many people saw that thing? That was one of the most irresponsible men I've ever met in my life or seen in my life. He videoed his own wife, videoed his own house, and posted it online. That woman was in somebody's house before you went to carry her. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because this is the crux of what I'm going to discuss with you today and what it means to be a man and a father. Is the word responsibility. And thank God the speakers before me have been laying a foundation on that. So I'll just ride on it. Responsibility. He is the one that went to carry her from wherever she was living before. Everybody's coming with weaknesses. It's your responsibility to identify the weakness. So don't come and act shocked like the rest of us. You join us to be shocked at your wife's weakness. No. We are spectators. You are the participator. You pick the wife. I've counseled Pastor Titi at PJ. I've counseled some couples where the father-in-law even told the husband, she doesn't cook, oh. You still want to marry her? She doesn't cook, oh. The man said, I'll marry. You now reach home, you're saying, why don't you cook? They want you. If cooking was that important to you, you should have not married her. You must be responsible for your decisions, oh. That's what makes you, that's one thing that makes you a man. The first man failed because he refused to take responsibility for what he did. The second man succeeded because he took responsibility for what he did not even do. Did you catch that? The first Adam failed because he refused to take responsibility for what he did. The last Adam, called Jesus, succeeded because even what he did not do, he took the responsibility. If you refuse to take responsibility, you have failed as a man. You have not failed until you shared your responsibility. Your failure is not that you don't have money. It happens. There are 5 stages of wealth, of money. There's poor, there's broke, there's comfortable, there's rich, and there's wealthy. Every of these classes have been broke. Being broke is not the issue. Shedding your responsibility is the issue. Everybody has broke. Rich people can be broke. A broke is a temporary state of not having liquidity. So if rich people too get broke, there are times they've invested money in some things, they don't have cash to play. They are broke, but they are not poor. Is somebody catching what I'm saying? You have not yet failed until you shed your responsibility. Falling down is not an issue. The Bible says the righteous man falls 7 times, but he stands again. You are irresponsible when you fall and you refuse to stand. And you want to start giving us stories why you fell. We have not finished studying success. Nobody has time to study failure. Stand up on your feet. I don't care how many times you've fallen. Dear man, I don't care how many times you've failed. It's not yet failure until you give up. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? It's responsibility. That guy videoed his wife and posted it online. In his mind, he thought he was shaming his wife. But he was actually shaming himself. The Bible said no man can no man hated himself enough to beat himself. Of course, except he's mentally ill. He said how you treat your wife is how you actually, it's a reflection of how you treat yourself. When you marry a woman, you marry her weaknesses. So when you marry a woman with weaknesses, own it with all your chest. She doesn't cook, and so what? You've married her now. She doesn't pray, and so what? You married her. You will groom her. You're the one that will groom her into whatever you want. You say you present to yourself a church without spots or wrinkles. When you marry her weaknesses. She's bad with money. You are the one that married her. Don't act shocked with us. Don't join us and discuss it. No. When you marry her weaknesses. When you marry her intelligence and her ideologies. When you marry her physical and mental health issues. This is just a rundown. This is not message. This is gist. So all these things have story inside. I can go into it, but we can't. That's not today's issue. You marry her physical and mental issues. Because let me tell you why I'm saying this. Because as a man, one of your instincts is to escape when there's responsibility. Our first tendency is to. Adam did it. The moment Yawa gas. If you're not African, if you don't know what Yawa is, it's Yawa. Yawa. The moment trouble broke out, Adam says, the woman you get, you are the same Adam that said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh last week. You know, God never gave Adam that wife. Adam chose that wife. God's job is to present. That was not the first being that God was presenting to Adam. In Genesis, he presented animals. He said to see what Adam would call them. And Adam called them different things. I said, for Adam, there was not found a helpmeet. So Adam had the paraded animals. Adam said, I don't like any of these ones. They paraded Eve. Adam is the one that chose and said, this is now bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Trouble has now come. He says, it's the woman you gave me. Your first instinct as a man is to escape responsibility. Don't escape responsibility. Don't do it. And I'm not talking about just taking up nonsense responsibility. But I mean really the ones that fall to your lot, start from there. When you marry a woman, you marry her physical and mental issues. You carry it. Like I said, that's your first instinct to run. I counseled someone. And for many guys, once they notice, there's something wrong, they want to run. That's their first instinct. To escape. Counsel the guy. His wife or his fiancé had issues that she still bedwets. The doctor has left. He would have been able to confirm this. But some women have those issues. From people have those issues. That even after age of maturity, they still bedwet. So he wanted to marry this girl, and the girl had that issue. And he told the girl, they were in a relationship already. He told the girl, look, before I can marry you, go and sort this issue. He said, you go and sort it. If it doesn't work, then I'm gone. I said, well, except you don't like this girl. I don't want to pick this girl. I had to send him a video of one of my daughters that is also a relationship coach. She had the same issue. She used to bedwet till marriage. But you see, when she was in a relationship with the guy, she told the guy she wanted to marry her, look, I have this issue. Are you okay with it? The guy said, we'll deal with it. And they go into marriage, and one day when it happened, the guy just laid hand on her and prayed and decreed that was the end of it. And it stopped that day. So I had to send that guy that video. I said, see two men, same issue. One escaped. The other one stood and dealt with it.